Are you trying to find support for employment, skills development, or starting a business here in Finland? Whether you are an immigrant, refugee, or any kind of foreigner looking for a job in Finland, Startup Refugees is here to help. This is TE-live. Welcome. First, let's take a closer look on what Startup Refugees is all about.
There are more refugees today than ever before in the history of our planet. The number of refugees is growing, and Western societies are rapidly becoming multicultural.
Startup Refugees was founded in 2015 when more than 32,000 asylum seekers suddenly arrived to Finland, including myself.
The country was in shock and no one knew what to do. The challenge was preventing apathy and fear arising from so many newcomers without a purpose and future. Two world travelers and entrepreneurs, Riku Rantala and Tuna Milanov, called together everyone who wanted to support employment and entrepreneurship of refugees. Hundreds signed up immediately, and Startup Refugees was born. Since then, we've been supporting refugees with finding work and starting companies. Startup Refugees finds every refugee as soon as they enter the country. We find out the skills and professional goals of the newcomers and provide the support people really need. We offer work and education opportunities, professional networks, and support with starting a company in a new country.
We needed resources who do hand selection of different paper grades, and we found these refugees as really motivated people to do the job.
It makes absolutely no sense to waste people's skills. Immigration is also brain game.
Finding a job is changing everything.
I want to build my own future instead of being supported by others.
I'm already building my career in fashion.
This is the way we handle immigration in practice.
Now I am employing others.
I need to update my skills and build my network and digital fields to find a job in Finland.
I want to work and make my own money.
Working with Startup Refugees is like investing in a startup.
We can talk about the equality. They get their salary and they really are part of society. They are part of this environment. So I think that it's richness for us to employ them all.
I'm really proud of myself, and I need my kids also proud of me.
Anyone who is willing to offer something concrete to support employment and entrepreneurship is welcome to join Startup Refugees.
We have local solution which can be scaled anywhere in the world. Join us.
So telling us more about Startup Refugees is Community Coordinator Bahia Ayoubi. So,
hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
What are the very first steps you take with a new immigrant or asylum seeker that comes to you at Startup Refugees?
Generally, as a community coordinator, what we do first is a basic skill mapping. So we make a small pre-interview to check on the person's situation. Obviously, it depends how much they're willing to tell us, but the main things that are relevant for us to know. For example, if they're studying, if they want a part-time job, if they're ready to work full-time. And then we use Match, which we will probably talk about later. So it's our CV maker and a database where we make the basic CV for a person where they can put their education, their job experience, basic information, and the system itself kind of makes a visual representation of those skills. And then based on that, we either check if we already have any suitable job vacancies where they could be a good candidate, or then we obviously just have them in our system, and if a suitable opportunity comes up, then we can suggest the person to the employer as a candidate for the job.
All right. So the name is Startup Refugees, but what if you are not a refugee but a foreigner just looking for a job in Finland?
So yeah, the organization was founded a while ago. So basically everybody is welcome, whether you're a refugee, asylum seeker, multinational Finn, however you call it, immigrant. So everybody is welcome to come as a job seeker or if they even want to establish a business, they're welcome to come to us.
So as a reminder for you, our dear viewer, you can also take part in this conversation via our chat. Bahia will be answering you later on, so send your questions or comments and we will get to them soon. So Bahia, tell us a bit more about Match Made in Startup Refugees. How does that work?
So basically it is our CV maker, but also a database. So it is open to us within the organization, but then each new job seeker can make their own account, which is going to be available to them, but obviously they cannot see like everyone else's information, it's just for us. And they can make the CV themselves or we can help. So if they come to us, we can do it together. And basically, as I already said, that it acts as a CV, which you can download. You can have it as a PDF file. The candidate can send it to the employers freely. So it is free to use as long as they want their information to be in our database. And of course, to us, it also just serves as a list of job seekers. So we can see all of them, we can see the demographics, the cities where they're located, the kind of job they're looking for, whether they would like to also open a business or if they're only looking for a job, if they have any certificates or if they need anything such as a hygiene pass or occupational safety card. A person can mark there that they need those certificates or if they already have them. So any potential information that could be either beneficial in future employment or if they have any wishes or any ways that we could support them, they can also put it there.
All right. So what kind of opportunities have you seen people get through Match Made in Startup Refugees?
Well, when it comes to employment, just any variety of jobs. So, for example, there are some people who might have come from countries where it's not maybe so emphasized, like the creation of the CV, because in some places, you know, that they teach you how to do it like already at the school level or in universities, but in some places people might have worked for a very long time, but they've never actually made a CV. So that could be a very important first step, because here it's pretty much required anywhere. So if you apply for a job, you need to attach your CV. So it gives them a chance to be able to even apply for a job in the first place. When they have just that simple file that they can send to the employer. And obviously we can also do it ourselves. So if we cooperate with some employers ourselves, we also have the CVs on hand and we can send them forward with the permission of the candidate.
Yeah. So we have received comments in the TE-live.fi Facebook and Instagram accounts that foreigners, especially if they can't speak Finnish, can only get jobs as cleaners or caregivers for the elderly. How do you see this situation?
How do you see it? If it means that if it's true or not, it's partially true, unfortunately, and especially if you also don't speak English. So obviously English gives you some advantage, but some employers have very high standards that even for cleaning jobs sometimes you are required to have some basic knowledge of Finnish at least. And it's very hard to guess what they mean by, like, do you speak like basic Finnish or good Finnish, like what exactly the employer means.
Yeah.
So unfortunately it is a case to some degree, but I wouldn't say it's the only opportunity for you if you don't speak Finnish, because people have gotten jobs in other fields. There's also one kind of easier field to get into might be like kitchen work as well. Mm-hmm. And there's also an opportunity to develop your language at the workplace. So even if you initially get a job at that place, you might be able to have some career growth afterwards. So it's like, it's a yes or no, I would say.
Yeah. Well, what do you do at Startup Refugees to help people find a career that they are really looking forward to pursue?
So the first thing is, for example, what I mentioned is the possibility for career growth. So obviously we cannot always offer opportunities that in the person's actual field. So we might help them find like the next best thing from which they could grow their career and perhaps like reach the goal that they want to reach. We have our colleagues at the business program could help if the person wants to open a business. So that might be their career choice is opening a business in a particular field. So our guys there could help with that. We offer business courses, for example, like entrepreneurship courses, where they could participate. Then the skills development team could also offer something for people who are like really like particularly set on something, for example, through the coding courses. But when it comes to us community coordinators, we just try to find like the most suitable option for them at the moment, or if we could kind of hint them at some studies if they need to, for example, confirm their diplomas, we could try to find information on where we could direct them, even if we might not be able to like do it directly ourselves.
Yeah. Well, the chat is still open, so please share your thoughts or questions, and we will go to them later on with Bahia. But before the chat, let's get to know the experience Sally Bojang has had with startup refugees.
I'm from Gambia, West Africa. I came here 2016 and my husband brought me here. One of my friends, she told me that startup refugee, the best place where you can find a job. They help people, especially refugee and immigrants, to get a job so quickly. And when I found about this place, I came, I called AC, I sent her message. So she told me that you can come. I was so surprised that she just opened a door for me just like that. So when I came, she asked me a few questions and she told me that we will do some kind of CV. After that, she sent a CV and all my details to several companies, the job I'm interested for. After a week, not even a week, she sent me a message that, well, I found a place for you. This date, you can go there for an interview. I was so surprised. It just happened just like that. I'm going to school at the same time. I work there in weekends. And my friends also, some of them, they are waiting for answers they already did the interview. And now they are waiting for a call whether to start the job or not. Some of them already got the job. It's very important for refugees and the Mamutayan. Yeah, and not even refugees, but anybody who is looking for job, I think here is the best place for you to come, especially the Mamutayan, yeah, the foreigners, because they are good people and they open their arms for refugees. For me, I'm so grateful that I found a place like this.
Right, we have a pre-question from Nenita B. Tabuada saying, I'm a 57 years old female high school graduate. Can I work in your country?
This is quite a vague question. So the basic answer is yes, but obviously it depends on your circumstances. So if you currently live somewhere else, you need to take care of all of the papers. It depends whether you want to start a business or you want to work for someone else. So obviously if you want to work for somebody else, then your employer also needs to send some documentation to Migri, and then they decide, for example, if they don't have enough Finns working in that field, that if it's worth inviting you. So we mainly, as Startup Refugees, help people who already reside in Finland. So obviously I cannot give like a completely comprehensive answer to this. So the basic answer is yes, but obviously it depends on the circumstance and the field of work.
All right. Do you, by the way, help with the paperwork if they need something to do?
Well, basically it kind of depends. We have a smaller city here, so if we have time, we can help people to some degree. So it is not really our main job to do it because we are not like governmental service. But if it's like really critical to the person finding a job, if it's relevant to the employment, we try to do the best we can.
Yeah. Julia is asking, what area in Finland is best for starting a business?
Okay. So it depends on the field that you would like to open a business in. If it's something where you could do remote work, you can basically do it anywhere, such as IT. If it's any kind of tourism-related business, then obviously it depends on the areas in Finland that are maybe more like tourist-oriented. And then obviously the competition is a factor. So for example, if you're opening a business somewhere where you have like 200 competitors within like two square meters, it might be a bit harder to break through.
Yeah.
But if you're fulfilling some kind of demand that is missing from a city or a specific area, then you might thrive.
Yeah. Ben W asks, where is your offices? I live in Kuusamo.
Oh yeah, so we have offices in Helsinki, Rovaniemi and Oulu. So we are obviously ready to help people nationwide. So you can always make the match. You can state your city, or we can have like pop-up events here and there.
Right.
So for example, we have the new project here in Rovaniemi, where we actually travel to Lapland municipalities. So just because we are based in those 3 cities doesn't mean that we cannot help you if you're based somewhere else.
All right. Yeah, if you think something was missing from this conversation, then go ahead and send a question via the chat, and it will be open for another 10 minutes, and Bahia will answer you in writing if there is something to answer. Thank you for your questions. So, Bahia, why do you recommend all immigrants to contact startup refugees?
So one of the main advantages of contacting us is that it really lowers the threshold of reaching employers. So for example, like generally what you would need to do is you make a CV on your own, you send like 100 job search applications, and then you wait and you might get like 3 to 5 answers eventually. So since we work directly with the employers, it really makes it easier to get some visibility. So obviously we can also help you apply for jobs like the regular way to employers that we haven't like maybe yet cooperated with, but also we have quite large companies doing regular cooperations with us. Therefore we can just send them the candidates directly. So for example, if we organize some kind of group job interview or even an individual one, we can just tell them that, hey, we have like really nice person with really good skills, and basically just you get directly to the interviewing stage.
Yeah.
Or perhaps like sometimes even you can skip the interview stage or altogether.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bahia, for being here today.
Thank you.
So, if you are searching for a job in Finland, or you are interested in starting a business, or you need guidance on how to develop your skills to match the requirements of Finnish work life, do contact Startup Refugees. Their website is startuprefugees.com, and the link of their page will be in the chat. Thank you for watching this TE Live broadcast. We bring you general information about work life and broadcasts about open job opportunities. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You can find us under the name TE Live. I wish you lots of luck in finding your career path, and as we say here in Finland, moi moi!
Moi moi!